Circles. They may be hard to draw, but does that mean that they're hard to draw with? Today we're going to find out by trying to draw Pokemon using only circles. No lines, no triangles, no squares, no decahedrons, nothing, just circles. And so I chose 3 Pokemon for this challenge, and those 3 are going to be Durant, Rousey, and Linoone. And those are just generated using a random generator, and they looked fairly circular, I guess with the exception of Linoone. That should give us a good idea of whether it's easy to draw with circles or not. But most Pokemon are fairly round anyways, so I feel like this should lend itself pretty well. Alright, so Drowsy, let's do this. I got my references open, and I will be able to use the eraser freely, not just in circles. I tested being able to use the eraser only in circles, and it just made things needlessly difficult. So let's start with a round body. He's got like a maybe hook up there. So let's just kind of roll into the head. So far, so good. One thing that I might do for the next 2 Pokemon, or maybe we'll just do it on the last one, is not making it so I can just freehand erase, because then I can just throw whatever I want there and then kind of etch it out so I can have like hard angles and whatnot. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there. It looks like some crappy MS Paint thing you'd find on DeviantArt.
DeviantArt has far, far worse things than this.
But let's throw that to the side. I have 2 ideas for the next ones after doing that. So for Linoone, let's do that one next. I want to do almost like a Kit Bash, because Linoone's very flowy, so I feel like it might be cool if we try something different with this. So let me just make like 1 circle, and kind of like how we cut and paste a bunch of circles in the last one, we'll do that again for this one. Alright, so I could spend more time on this, but I think it didn't come out terrible, or at least as bad as I thought. There we go. Now I think it's done. I mean, obviously I could keep working on it, but I don't think it's worth making something particularly great just using this technique because it's really annoying to do. So I think I'll leave it there and let's color this real quick. So I'm pretty happy with that. And you might notice I accidentally merged the shadow layer, the hard light layer on Drowsy. So now that's stuck as part of the line art. So, oh well. So for the last one, for Durant, I want to try something a little different. What we're going to do is we're not going to use any of the tricks we learned in our last two drawings. We're going to only use circles. No shifting canvases, no rotating, no erasing, nothing like that, just circles. Well, I probably will erase, but what I won't do is like the kit bashing thing where we take pieces from one circle and move them to another. So we'll see how it goes. I wanted to do one like normal, one doing the kit bash method, and then lastly just doing this one hardest difficult. So let's just jump in. Durant, being an ant, could be fairly straightforward. Let's do the thorax first, do like the abdomen, and we'll do separate layers and shift things around, but we're not gonna do like all kinds of crazy erasing, shifting circles, that sort of thing. I'm gonna say those are still circles. It'd be fine if we could rotate, but because we can't, it just makes it a little more difficult. Do something like that. I don't know, I'm gonna make one executive order. Just one. Put that back. Or I guess we'll just do the circle, why not? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call that there. Surprisingly, and maybe it's because I rolled with the style, especially the eyes, I think that's my favorite one. And we didn't use a hard light layer, so there's nothing to accidentally flatten like we did with Drowsy. Just one touch up. The foot should not be going in front of the mandible. There we go. Yeah, that's totally my favorite one. And I'll throw up on screen the actual pictures of these guys. And with that, let me know how I did. I would appreciate it if you would leave a like if you enjoyed this, and please give me a rating for each Pokemon in the comments below, just like a score 1 out of 10. Not 1 out of 10, 1 to 10. Hopefully I didn't do that bad, but I would love to know what you think, and let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see in the future. And until then, have a great day.